One of the most popular climbs in the Girona region is Rocacorba. It's an impressive climb that stretches about 10 kilometres and rises over 800 metres. But what's the best way to get there? What's the best route up? And what should you expect to see at the top? And most importantly, where's the best coffee to recover from the ride? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to climb Rocacorba like a local. So let's talk about the shape and profile of the climb itself. On Strava, the segment stretches 9.8 kilometres and rises 740 metres of elevation, which gives a nice average gradient of 8.4%. However, that is not a steady 8.4%, and that's one of the things that makes climbing Rocacorba so challenging. Rocacorba is defined by 3 key challenging ramps. The first 2 are about 4 kilometres long and the last one is 1.5 kilometres to the top. The climb starts in a nice shady little road following the course of a river. Then you take a turn to the left and the road really starts to kick up ahead. The road is small and the tarmac is not in the best condition, and this does add to the challenge too. The road can kick up to as much as 13 or 14%, and it's a climb that forces you out of the saddle just to keep moving. In summer, the climb can also feel like an oven. There are exposed sections when the trees disappear, so I really would advise starting the climb with 2 full bottles. Once you've made it past the final 1.5 k's on the last steep ramp, the road ends unceremoniously at a metal gate. But do not fear, there's a cool sign where you can take your picture and a beautiful view that stretches over the Emporda region. You can see Banyoles Lake down by the bottom, which is where your coffee stop will be coming up next, and you can also see right out to the Costa Brava on a clear day. The current KOM for the Strava segment is at a ridiculously fast 26 minutes and 40 seconds. And the fastest woman is Ashley Mormon-Passio, who lives at the bottom of the climb, and she's the only woman to have broken the 30-minute mark. So once you've celebrated your segment time at the top, it's time to come down, and this is where you really have to take a lot of caution. The road has lots of potholes, and it really is, if it's wet, just do not even go up in the first place. So this is a climb that you really should only attempt on a nice dry day. The next question is how to get there. You'll have seen that there are a few options. One of the options is down the main road, and honestly I wouldn't recommend it if you're on a cycling holiday. My favourite option is to take the route out via Medinyà. You still have to do a little section on a big road, but there is a hard shoulder, and I'll link to the route in the description below. From Medinyà, the route winds through really beautiful countryside and brings you out to Banyoles Lake, where it's a really good idea to stop, make sure you've got full bottles of water before you head to the climb. For a huge day out on the bike, you could always come and join our annual Girona 3 Peaks Challenge. This is where we attempt to climb Els Angels, Mare de Déu del Monte and Rocacorba in one huge, enormous day. For me, Rocacorba is a climb that only must be attempted when it's dry. This is due to the safety issues coming down. So if you've got a nice dry day, you can actually go up there any time of the year. But do obviously look out for high wind forecasts and make sure you've got pretty decent conditions just for safety coming down. So Rocacorba is nearly 1,000 metres high, so if you are climbing in the winter months, be sure to bring a nice warm jacket to help you on the descent. It's very rare that it's snowy up there. I've seen snow there once in 10 years, so it's not something you usually need to worry about. If you're feeling more adventurous and like really steep gradients, then you could try the gravel alternative up to Rocacorba. To get to the gravel climb, you have to take the road out to Canet d'Adri. You pass through the village of Adri and then you take a right to take the Camí de Biert up to the base of the gravel climb. From here, it's 5 kilometres up, but with a really steep average gradient of 10%. So you have an elevation gain of 500 metres. The track climbs up through forests and max gradients can get up to 23%. Luckily, the steepest corners have concrete on them, which can help with some traction. The gravel track joins the road climb with 1.5 kilometres to go. That's just in time for the steepest part of the road finish. The current records to get up it on Strava are 24 minutes and 15 seconds for men, and 30 minutes and 5 seconds for the women, which is a record that needs breaking to go under the 30-minute mark. So back to everyone's favourite topic about Girona after bike rides, it's where to stop for coffee. So of course, once you finish climbing Rocacorba, it's perfect to head back down to Banyoles Lake, pick one of the bars by the lake, relax, look at the mountain you have just conquered, and prepare for your nice gentle ride home. My favourite place to stop in Banyoles is the famous Bansvels. This is a bar with a jetty that reaches out onto the lake, and it's a really magical place to relax. Hopefully this has answered some of your questions about one of Girona's most popular rides. If you have any questions about cycling in Girona in Spain, or destinations around the world, then please do get in touch and do hit that subscribe button.